Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anne, and on my channel I review foreign international content. Today I'm back to review this excellent show. I don't know how many times to say what a wonderful show. It's Extraordinary Attorney Whoa, and episode 9 and 10. So the quote of the century is, as a disabled person, when I love someone, they say it's not love. Like, the audacity. I don't get to tell you how you feel. How do we have the audacity to tell people with disability they don't love? Like, what is wrong with us, like, as humanity? I get it. We want to be protective, and we know that if you're disabled, people can take advantage. But to even go as far as to say they don't feel love? If anything, someone said they need more because society tends to shun or not interact more with people with disability. So if anything, they need 10 times more than any of us. And for someone to say that's not love, my God, like we need, I'm glad this show is going on because a lot of awareness is really being brought to the forefront. And I hope we can all just get rid of all this crazy ignorance. They are human. They have hearts. They feel pain. They hurt. They cry. Why would we have the audacity to say they don't love? They don't feel love. Like, like she said, for someone like me who's disabled, when I love, like that case, it's not love, right? It's not love. Oh, crazy. But anyway, let's go back to episode 9, which that episode left me a little bit like confused. I'm not sure if it's the message that maybe got too mixed up, that maybe it didn't land like it was supposed to. So we have a guy who clearly has been a product of being part of this school system. And I know a lot of countries have this where kids are put through school like rigorous, right? We've seen shows like Sky Castle, right? The other one we just finished watching, the Green Mothers Club, had the same thing where children are just pushed to the max, right? And clearly this person was part of that, and it seems like, let's just say, he did snap or definitely had a detachment with reality, and he decides he's gonna go get these kids who clearly all day long, all they do is schoolwork. Their parents have them on schedules. They don't eat until 10 o'clock, and when they do eat, they have to go get food from the convenience store that is not even healthy or good for them to have every day. And he kidnaps these kids on the bus and takes them to the forest to play, and the kids have a good old time. I mean, the kids loved it. But the thing is, you cannot kidnap people's kids without parents' approval. And so obviously he gets in trouble for kidnapping. And clearly, no matter what Young War was trying to advise him, like, you need not to keep saying you're the child liberator and that you would do this again. You need to say, I have seen my wrong and I will, not do that again. The judge can be lenient with you, but clearly that did not land. And then the other thing I thought was odd was, so John Ho and Yang Wo have to go interview the kids. And I thought it was weird that I didn't see any consent from the parents. Like, you just can't go approach children and ask them questions. You're from a law firm. I'm thinking there's rules and regulations. You need to go get consent. I would be so upset if somebody approached my child who's a minor and started asking them questions. And then this could be information that could be used in the court of law. I need to know that. So I thought it was interesting that they just went and started talking to these kids where there's no adults. And I'm thinking, you're a lawyer, like, shouldn't we have gotten a consent like they did when they brought the kids to the court during that whole case? So that was interesting. So I was just like, what message are we trying to send with this episode? Was it a case of parents need to get off their kids' backs because they're really pushing them where they don't have a life. Okay, that's the one thing. The other one was you have an adult who clearly was also part of this and have completely like just, lost contact with reality. So I was like, where are we? What's the message here? And then what was interesting is his mother was the CEO of this academy, where I'm thinking the idea he had was great. Like, it's good to give kids a chance to just be kids. Go and play outside and laugh and just don't worry about it, like books all the time. So why couldn't that have been something that they incorporated in the academy's curriculum so that the kids can have some time of just play instead of committing a crime? Now I get it, clearly he had something going on with him, and I think maybe the same thing was the tragedy of his mother also not recognizing that her son needed more attention and clearly had snapped or lost touch with reality. So I really felt like that episode, like the message was not as clear as all the other episodes. Was it just me? If it's me, let me know. But I felt like, okay, what is the lesson here? I just was like, maybe at the end of the day, it was like, let kids be. They will get an education, but we need to kind of relax. Was that the message in episode 9? Let me know. But episode 10, oh, fire. Like, I loved it. First of all, how adorbs is the relationship between Jun Ho and Yang Wo. Like, just incredible. And I love that he is loving her, and he is not naive in the fact that loving somebody who's disabled is going to take work, patience. Clearly, I feel like Jun Ho is aware. This is not going to be like other relationships, right? So I appreciate that. And also you can see it's going to be hard too, because it seems like he has to be defending his relationship to everybody. Like his friends were like, are you sure if it's love or empathy? And I'm like, wow. See, everybody's still judging, like almost like, is that love? But if the person was not disabled, would you be like, is it empathy? Like, what is up with that, right? So I thought that was interesting. And by the way, Attorney Kwan continues to be a snake. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Now he's caught on the fact that Taesumi is Yang Wo's mother, and he is digging and he is going there. And I'm thinking, so your motive has to be because you don't want to be beat by somebody who's disabled? Like, what does that say about you as a person? Like, really? You're going all out to get this information? I get it, she is smart, but still, I'd be like, come on. There's gotta be times in life when, give people a pass. If anybody deserves a pass, right? Like, so we'll see what happens to that. And then Yang Wo's mother goes to see the father, and the audacity. Did I not say last week that Yang Wo was very gracious to the mom? Because the father definitely ripped her out, right? Like, who does she think she is? She walks in here and she's like, are you guys trying to do revenge? I'm like, girl, everything does not revolve around you, right? Is this about me? Is this revenge? I told you to disappear. Why did you appear? I'm like, they've been living their life. She got a job in that firm. You just happen to bump into each other and you've already grabbed that to think that, oh, you were coming for you and it's revenge? I'm like, and the entitlement. Oh, you and Yang Wo should move to America. Go to Boston. There's a good area for people with autism to help them. And I'm like, did you ask Yang Wo if that's what she wants to do? You just come and tell them what to do, because now that you want to be a justice, and if this information is found out, it's going to mess up with your justicehood. Now you worry and care? I can't stand her. I can't stand her, and I'm hoping that Yang Wo in upcoming episode will see her mother for who she is and she rips her apart. Autism or no autism, go away. Have several seats. It's not always about you, right? Like, what is wrong with that? Oh, crazy. And then Attorney Choi going on those dates, that was funny. Here, I thought the guy at the bar, nice guy at the bar, like, would be a great date. And then he ends up just talking about food and just being weird. I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, what? The house is on fire? The house is on fire? I'm coming. Bye. Bye. That was hilarious. And then just the relationship between Jun ho and whoa. Like, I loved how she's learning to, like, oh, if you like somebody, you gotta do like chivalry, right? Pull their chair, like carry things for them. And he was like, oh, wait a minute, you can't keep doing these things to me, because now it's getting kind of weird. And then when they decided, let's just go on a few dates to get to know each other, and the whole holding hands for 57 seconds, and she was just like, okay, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. I can't do this. Which, by the way, reminds me, I'm getting a lot of excellent comments in my videos, and I've had people with autism really share their experiences, and I'm so grateful, because it's really an eye-opener. And a lot have talked about, being sensitive to touch, and it's different for everybody. And as we saw for young Wo, she can hold hands. It's just that she has a limit. She needs to know when it's too much and needs to pull away. Meaning they can have normal relationship. It's just that they're gonna have to navigate based on what they can and cannot handle. But is it possible to have a romantic relationship? Yes, it is. It's just that the person who's with somebody who has, autism or that disability would have to be aware of this sensitivities, what is too much, what is not too much, what they can and cannot handle. But it's possible. Love is love, okay? You can love whoever you want. I don't care if they're disabled, blue, purple, green, what color they are. You know what I'm saying? Even religion. Nowadays, people can even marry when you're in different religions. So we just need to be open-minded, right? But wow, what fantastic episodes. I just continue to love this show. All I'm seeing is awards everywhere, from best actor, best director, best writer. It's everything. It's just all there. It's so good. So what did you think of episode 9 and 10? What do you think about how people judge people with disability, that, because you're disabled, we can tell you that's not love, when they're feeling love? Like the entitlement, right? Like that case with the mother and the daughter, I get it. The mother was super sensitive because obviously she's scared somebody can take advantage of her daughter, and it happens. Okay, let's not be naive. It happens. That being said, I don't think you can tell them that they don't love. I think that is so insensitive and so not, it's so uncalled for, right? Not nice at all. But once again, if you do love my video, give me a like, subscribe. It does help to support my channel. Join me on Saturday. I'm still reviewing Alchemy of Souls. That's getting really interesting, right? And as usual, thank you. And put a comment down below. I always love to hear what you have to say. And I'll see you next time. Deuces.